How's it going, guys? I am the Zulu Ninja, and welcome to another Football Manager 2021 video here on the channel. Now, this is going to be a little recap of my stream save with Tottenham Hotspur. So what we are going to do is we are going to dive right in and roll that intro. So, like I said, guys, this is the save that I do on Twitch. The link will be down below in the description and also the comment. So if you would like to watch this live over on Twitch, please hit that link and give me a cheeky little follow. And while you're there, also subscribe and hit like on this video. So let's dive right in and get into the recap. So we are here on my profile page. We do boast a 100% attendance record when it comes to press conferences. How many of you out there are still doing press conferences? I know a few of my mates already are sending the assistant. I'm still doing them. I'm enjoying the press conferences this year. The change up that Sports Interactive have done with them are still giving me enough entertainment with them. But this is giving me little cause for alarm. I rarely communicate directly with players. That is worrying me slightly. I've been praising, criticising everybody weekly with the training and praising players after the game. That surprises me a little. But let's jump into the actual recap before I get all nitty-gritty and everything else. So, what has happened in this save so far? Well, the friendlies was a complete clean sweep. We won every single game. It was marvellous. But I do want to bring this Roma game to everybody's attention because this goal, Gareth Bale's goal, was ruled offside. And if this was an actual goal in a competitive fixture, I would be absolutely effing raging. Right, let's get full zoom. Let's slow the replay right down because this is not offside. It's just not offside. Lamella whips the corner in. Bale challenges with a couple of players. It bounced back to him, and he smashes it in the back of the net. Can somebody tell me how that goal is offside? Because the guy here, and I'll play it again for you, and, you know, we will sort of pause it as we go this time. I can't remember who the guy is near the far post. Right, so as the corner comes in, it's Carlos Vinicius, was not offside when this ball came in. And he's not interfering with play at all. He's not blocking line of sight from this shot to the goalkeeper. He's not interfering with play. How is Carlos Vinicius offside? He just isn't. So, I just really, really, really did not understand that decision in the slightest. It was only a friendly, so it didn't matter. But if that was a competitive fixture and we lost the game because of that, my God, I would have been absolutely raging. So, yeah. Leave your thoughts and opinions of that one in the comment section, please, because I just do not understand it. But let us get on to the actual nitty-gritty of what's happened. Opening day of the season, North London derby against Arsenal, and we absolutely battered them. A 3-0 victory. Son was unbelievable in this game, getting himself a brace. Harry Kane with the other goal, and like I said, Arsenal were just absolutely shambolic. They did not turn up. They had no bite about them. Arteta was saying before the game that, the North London derby doesn't mean anything, and his players took that attitude into the game, and yeah, it really, really wasn't a performance that the Arsenal fans were happy with. We destroyed them. Then we played our first Europa League game in the second qualifying round against AGF. I've never heard of them before, and we put out technically a weakened team. 2-0 victory. Sanchez and Carlos Vinicius with the goals in that one. And then we played against Leeds. And the Leeds goalkeeper, Mielsa, is he called? Or Melzia, or whatever he's called. He is a wonder kid on this year's game. And he is absolutely phenomenal. The amount of saves he pulled off in this game was just an absolute joke. If it was just a bog-standard goalkeeper, this would have been 10-0. But yeah, it ended up being a 3-0 win. It was very, very cagey. We got our goals late on. Son with another brace and Thiago Almeida getting the other goal. We then took a trip to Turkey, I believe. Sure, that's where Alenspor are from. That was a 3-1 victory. Kane with 2, Stevie B with the other. 3-1 victory in that one. Newcastle in the third round of the Carabao Cup. A 2-0 victory there. Son and Harry Winks. I think that Harry Winks goal was an absolute screamer, in fact, if I'm remembering this goal correctly. It was a beautiful curled effort from the outside of the box. Sure, this was the one where he had a player right on top of him as well. Yeah, he had Voldemort right on top of him. How he got this shot away. Oh, what a goal that is. Absolute pure class from Harry Winks. Like I said, John Joe Shelvey just didn't even have time to put a tackle in. And then this happened. The fourth qualifying round of the Europa League against Rangers, and we were absolutely pitiful. And we got knocked out in penalties. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was just words cannot describe how atrocious we were. I mean, the match stats themselves, Rangers just didn't even challenge us, but defensively they were absolutely rock solid. We couldn't penetrate. Went all the way to penalties. Rangers ended up winning 5-3 on pens. And yeah, European football has finished for the season. We didn't even get into the Europa League proper. So, Mr. Levy will not be happy with that. Thankfully, our Premier League form has been absolutely outstanding this season, and we bounced back against Aston Villa with a 3-1 victory. We did pick up a couple of little injuries. Son and Harry Kane picked up a couple of knocks. It was only for a couple of days, so that was okay. I think it was a Tyrone Mings own goal. Actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I'm actually going to bring this up. It was Douglas Luiz with the own goal. Excuse me. He picked up the own goal, and then 4 minutes later, he answered back with an absolute worldie. Like I say, 4 minutes later, he pulled this out of the top draw. Absolutely unbelievable tackers. In fact, let us slow it down and replay that goal because it was just something else. Couldn't believe it myself. Headed on goal and then 1 foot, 2 foot, top bins from Douglas Luiz. What a way to equalise. Thankfully, like I say, we did have it about ourselves to get the next 2 goals in the game. One from Lucas Moura, one from Harry Kane, a 3-1 victory. Then we had Cardiff in the Carabao Cup, Lucas Moura with 2, Harry Winks with another goal. We then travelled to... No, we didn't. It was a home game, sorry, against Goodison Park, against Everton. A 1-0 victory in that one. Harry Kane getting another goal of the season. 2-0 against Sheffield United. At this point, we still boasted a 100% record in the league, following Man United step for step. Everything going happy. And then we faced Liverpool, which I knew was going to be a tough fixture. And that is where we suffered our first defeat of the season. A 3-2 defeat. I nearly said victory there. I wish it was a victory. But a 3-2 defeat against Liverpool. Was this the wonder goal from Stevie Bergwijn? I think it was. I think this was absolutely magnificent from Stevie B. Carries the ball from his own half and just goes on an absolute mazy run. This is the one. Picks it up halfway into his own half and just takes on everyone before slotting it into the bottom corner of the net. If that doesn't pick up goal of the month, I don't know what will. It was absolutely wonderful stuff. Not good enough to get us a point out of the game, unfortunately, but we did bounce back with a comfortable 3-0 victory against Fulham. So that is the roundup for the Premier League, and this is how the season has unfolded. Manchester United played 7, won 7, top of the league. Yeah, I'm sure Man United fans are thinking, if only we could do that in real life. God, my throat is playing up today. So they are definitely the team to beat this season. Man City just 2 points behind us. Wolves and Villa doing very, very well this season as well. And then down the bottom half, we've got Fulham, Brighton and Burnley in the bottom 3. But it is only early days yet. Anything can change. Arsenal struggling in 10th place. Everton, again, seem to be struggling in everyone's save so far. But if we do have a look into what we have done in the transfer market, we've brought in Luis Felipe for 25 million. Probably the best centre-half you can buy on the cheap in this year's game. Or at least what I have found so far. For 25 million, he looks absolutely solid. Only 23 years old as well. I can't see anyone better than him out there. He just looks absolutely fantastic. Thiago Almeida, we got him on loan for the season. We did go in, try and sign him initially. It was between a move to us or a move to Liverpool. He chose Liverpool, and then Liverpool put him up for loan. So I was like, okay, we'll take him on loan for the season then. So, brought him on loan. Also signed this young wonder kid, Marcos Antonio from Shakhtar Donetsk. We spent about 30 million quid on this lad over the course of 3 years. And I think he is going to develop absolutely magnificently in that centre midfield position. And then we've also signed Eric Garcia on loan for this season as well. He is obviously leaving Man City on a free at the end of this season, so hopefully we will be able to pick him up on a free transfer at the end of the season. As for players going out, we have loaned out a hell of a lot of players. And players that have gone out is Musa Sissoko has gone on loan to Lazio. They do have an option to buy him for 20 million at the end of that loan deal. So I'm quite happy with that. He is in his 30s now. And we do have Marcos Antonio, who was coming basically to replace him. So he was surplus to requirements. I don't think there's been anybody else of note who has gone out of the football club. Did we sell Danny Rose, or is he still here? That's a question. Yes, Danny Rose went to West Ham for 4.6 million. Gazaniga sold to Zenit for 4.5, or potentially 4.5. And that is about it, unfortunately. We were trying to offload Eric Lamela, and that was it. He was the only other one I was trying to get rid of, because we did bring in Thiago Almeida, who can basically play across all the 3 attacker midfield slots. So Eric Lamela is surplus to requirements as well. And I think Lucas Moura is probably going to go in the January window as well, just to free up some funds, free up some wages, and then we need to start looking at bringing in some young English players, because that is one of the things that Mr. Levy wanted us to do, was sign English players and sign players under the age of 22. So, reached the quarterfinals of the Europa League, that was preferred, and we have failed that. So, that is a concern for us keeping our job. However, qualifying for the Champions League, well on form for that. So that's obviously going to be something that we can do. Working within the budget, we're on course with that, because obviously we're trying to offload some of the guys who are on a lot of money. If we can get rid of Lamela, get rid of Lucas Moura, that's going to be even more players off the wage budget in January. Reach the semi-final of the FA Cup. Obviously, it would be lovely to win a trophy in our first year with Spurs. So if we can win the FA Cup, that would be grand. Obviously, we're going to try and win the league this season as well, just to keep Mr. Levy happy. Sign players over the age of 30. That's not going to happen. But apparently, they're not judging us on that. That's part of a 5-year plan. So at the moment, we do have a B-, which is fairly decent. And over the next month of things, we do have a London derby coming up against Chelsea. And then a couple of easy fixtures, Newcastle and Burnley. Tricky one against Wolves. And then, again, a couple of fixtures we should be winning against West Brom and West Ham. So the next 6 games should be picking up, again, a lot of points. Quarter-final of the Carabao Cup against Fulham. Again, you'd like to think we can easily win that. That's going to put us into the semi-final of that competition. So the EFL Cup is something that's on the radar to win, because semi-final place is definitely on the cards there. And, you know, the running that we've got of fixtures is looking pretty tasty. As for tactics, we haven't shown you that yet, have we? This is a tactic I'm using. I used the same tactic, well, very similar tactic last year. The centre attacking mid, I'm not getting much out of at the moment. Dele Alli is really struggling. He's playing less than a 7. So I may look at changing the role of the centre attacking mid just to try and get a bit more out of the centre attacking mid. That's the only tweak I feel that I need to make at the moment. Everybody else is performing absolutely superb. What I have found on this year's game is really just using the KISS role. Basically, just keep it simple, stupid. It is as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate your tactics. You don't need 17,000 instructions. You know, it is just really just keep everything simple. Keep it basic. You don't need 102 different instructions on your tactics. Just dumb everything down. Add one thing at a time. Watch the match highlights. Pay attention to the game. And you can work from there. It really, really is that simple. So, I think I've babbled long enough now. I think I've took up enough of your time. If you have enjoyed this little update, do leave a like. Let's jump into the club info page. Round things off. Like I said, do leave a like. Leave your comments down below. And remember, guys, if you do want to watch this live, there will be a link to my Twitch channel in the pinned post, in the description. I would love to see you guys as I try and conquer the Premier League and English football this season over on Twitch. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all on the next video.